Are you ready to take a journey into the darkest corners of the abandoned Clark Air Base Hospital? Located in Pampanga, Philippines, this place is widely considered to be one of the most haunted military hospitals in the world. Now closed and left to rot, it's said that the spirits of those who suffered and died here refuse to rest in peace. Join us as we explore the chilling history of this abandoned hospital and the terrifying secrets that lie within its decaying walls. The abandoned Clark Air Force Base Hospital stands as a haunting reminder of a bygone era. This sprawling complex was once a hive of activity, bustling with medical staff, soldiers, and patients seeking treatment for their ailments and injuries. But today, the hospital is nothing more than a shell of its former self, left to decay and crumble into a dystopian nightmare. The site has been abandoned since 1992, when the United States Air Force withdrew from the Clark Air Base in the Philippines. And since then, it's become a popular destination for ghost hunters and thrill seekers looking to experience the paranormal firsthand. As you step inside the hospital, you'll be greeted by an eerie silence broken only by the sound of your own heartbeat and the distant cries of birds. The hallways are dark and narrow, with peeling paint and graffiti covering the walls. The air is thick with the smell of decay, and it's not uncommon to feel a sudden chill despite the sweltering heat outside. As you venture deeper into the building, you'll come across rooms filled with rusted medical equipment and abandoned gurneys. The X-ray machines and other devices lie in disarray, their wires hanging like the limbs of skeletons. It's as if the hospital was evacuated in a hurry, leaving behind all of its valuable equipment and supplies. But perhaps the most disturbing feature of the abandoned hospital are the rows of empty beds in the wards. Each one is covered with a thin sheet, creating an unsettling image of patients lying in wait, ready to rise up and attack anyone who dares disturb their slumber. Some visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures lurking around these beds at night, while others have heard disembodied voices and footsteps echoing through the halls. If you listen closely, you might even hear the faint sound of screams and suffering, a haunting reminder of the hospital's grim past. The story of the abandoned Clark Air Base Hospital is a tragic one. During the Vietnam War and Gulf War, it served as a critical medical facility for the United States military, treating countless wounded soldiers and airmen. The hospital was state-of-the-art at the time, equipped with advanced technology and staffed by some of the best doctors and nurses in the country. But war is a brutal and unforgiving business, and many of the patients who arrived at the hospital were beyond saving. The doctors worked tirelessly to save lives, but there were simply too many casualties and not enough resources. Many patients died on stretchers in the hallways, their bodies left unattended due to the overwhelming number of casualties. This led to a buildup of negative energy and trauma within the hospital walls, which some believe has never truly dissipated. Rumors abound of horrific experiments conducted within the hospital's basement. It's said that U.S. military personnel were sent to the basement to never be seen again. Some believe that they were subjected to inhumane experiments, while others claim that they were simply tortured and murdered. The basement is now a dark and dank place, filled with moldy boxes and rusted metal tables. It's here that many of the most disturbing incidents have occurred. Visitors have reported hearing chains dragging, metal moans, and disembodied voices whispering in pain and agony. Some have even seen shadowy figures moving around in the darkness, too afraid to investigate further. As the years passed, the hospital became overcrowded and understaffed, leading to a decline in the quality of care provided to patients. The U.S. military eventually withdrew from the Clark Air Base in 1992, and the hospital was abandoned. Left to decay and neglect, the once proud structure fell into disrepair, becoming a crumbling ruin infested with bats and other animals. Despite its terrifying reputation, many urban explorers and ghost hunters are still drawn to the abandoned hospital. They come here seeking a thrill, hoping to capture evidence of the paranormal or simply to pay their respects to those who died here. But it's important to remember that this is not just a spooky old building. It's a site of tragedy and suffering, a place where thousands of lives were lost and countless families were torn apart. One of the most famous cases of hauntings at the abandoned Clark Air Base Hospital is that of Mary, a young Filipino woman who worked as a nurse during the war. It's said that she fell in love with an American soldier named John, but their romance was doomed from the start. The war was raging outside and the hospital was under constant attack. One day, John was injured in a battle and brought to the hospital for treatment. Mary did everything she could to save him, but he died in her arms. Grief-stricken and heartbroken, she refused to leave his side even after he was placed in the morgue. It's said that Mary's spirit is still present in the hospital, searching for her lost love. Some have reported seeing a woman dressed in a white nurse's uniform wandering the halls at night, while others have heard the sound of a woman crying and calling out for help. Another haunting tale comes from the hospital's operating room. It's said that during the war, a medic was performing an autopsy on a soldier when the building was struck by a mortar. The explosion killed both the soldier and the medic, and their souls are now trapped within the operating room. Some have reported seeing the ghost of the medic, dressed in his bloodied surgical scrubs, while others have felt a cold hand resting on their shoulder as they enter the room. Perhaps the most terrifying legend of the abandoned Clark Air Base Hospital is that of the Shadow People. These are said to be malevolent entities that feed on the negative energy and trauma of those who enter the hospital. Visitors have reported seeing strange black shadows lurking in the corners of their vision, and some have even captured photos of these entities only to develop them later and find that the images are of horrifying apparitions. The Shadow People are believed to be the source of many of the hospital's evil vibes, and they are said to be especially active in the basement and the operating room. In recent years, the abandoned Clark Air Base Hospital has become a popular destination for paranormal investigators and ghost hunters. Groups from all over the Philippines and even abroad have come to the hospital to try to capture evidence of the paranormal. Many have reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread and despair as soon as they enter the building, while others have experienced strange phenomena such as unexplained shaking, flickering lights, and disembodied voices. Despite the fear and danger, many are still drawn to the abandoned hospital, eager to uncover its dark secrets and connect with the spirits that dwell within its walls. For those who are considering visiting the abandoned Clark Air Base Hospital, it's important to go prepared. The site is highly dangerous and many have been injured or even died exploring the decaying structure. Here are a few things you should keep in mind before you go. Firstly, bring plenty of flashlights as the hospital is pitch black and there's no electricity. Be sure to wear sturdy shoes and clothes that you don't mind getting dirty or ripped. The floors are unstable and littered with debris, and you never know what you might encounter. It's also important to go with a group of friends and let someone know where you're going and when you plan to return. Finally, be respectful of the site and any potential spirits that may be present. This is a place of tragedy and suffering, and it's important to treat it with the utmost respect. If you do decide to visit the abandoned Clark Air Base Hospital, be prepared for an experience you will never forget. You may see things that you can't explain and hear sounds that will haunt your nightmares. But for those seeking a true adrenaline rush and a connection to the unknown, this place is sure to deliver. So would you dare to explore the abandoned Clark Air Force Base Hospital? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more terrifying tales of haunted places. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.